Okay, we're supposed to be heading to the where are we heading? To Bentbranch Meadows. That's where we're gonna be heading. We have a few quests to knock off, so after I feel like we've progressed the main story a little bit more, then I'll circle back around and knock out all these side quests. But for now, look, we're chasing the main story. Wait, the East Shroud is right here. You're 6 or more. Oh. No, I'm not gonna. Should I do the fate? No, this is the Enchanted Fungwars, so we've done that fate quite a number of times. So we discovered the East Shroud show. So we're supposed to slay tree slugs and northern vultures. Okay, scraps of food left scattered along forest thoroughfares by goblin travelers are attracting all sorts of carrion craving cloudkin, who, when the fodder is gone, set their sights on poor Lalafellan pilgrims, discouraged for the vultures from frequenting the region by slaying the ones already here. Vultures don't like poison. Okay, we're knocking out 2 things at once. We're completing the fate. Seeing somebody with a gun there. Probably in the future we'll get ourselves a gun. The vultures and the fate. 2,000 experience, not bad. Now we need to take out 12 tree slugs. No, actually 8 tree slugs. How many slugs is that? 2. We need to take out 6 more slugs. Got us with that one. 3 out of 8. No, we don't want to mess with that. Okay, 4 slugs. Keep going. That's number 5. 3 more. Let's go. Two more slugs to kill. One more slug to kill. 7 out of 8. Oh boy, alright. The swarm is not particularly weak to venom, so... to slay one more slug. We're all done. So, we took care of that. Now let's we can decide to rush back to the let's head back to the Central Shroud. I'm wondering when they're going to introduce us to our first dungeon. It's probably coming up shortly. Because we're barely through the tutorial at this point, because this game is just ridiculously big. I doubt we're through the tutorial section yet. But, we'll see, we'll see. So I'm looking forward to getting our first mount. I'm also looking forward to getting like pets we can summon during fights. But at this point, we're still so much of a newbie. Judging by your smug expression, I would say you've acquired a feel for maneuvering to exploit any weaknesses while covering your own. Vultures are wont to keep their opponents at wing's length, and their attacks will send you flying. The solution to this is simple: maneuver to the rear. Tree slugs, on the other hand, have an annoying knack of disrupting spell casting with their secretions. As such, you would do well to keep the creatures away from any mages in your party. Needless to say, good positioning is the key to success in battle, which is why it is absolutely essential that you know your target's traits. The knowing of these traits is a fundamental part of hunting. Before the Keepers of the Moon conceived of archery, they dwelt not in the city, but the forest. For my people, hunting was a way of life. In hindsight, I suppose this was more a lesson on hunting than on archery. Lucienne knows well my past, so mayhap this was her intent. Hunting too is an art. Before I came to Gridania, I never gave it much thought, but the more I think of home, the more I begin to realize, forgive me, I'm not usually given to fits of sentiment, truly. Forget I said anything, but do not forget that a hunter must recognize her prey's weakness and strike swiftly when the opportunity presents itself. That concludes the lesson. Now, I suggest you pay Lucienne a visit. She is doubtless eager to hear from you. You guys better give me a new ability or something good. It's good to see you. I hope you have learned much from Lee. You, adventurer, is it true? Are you the one who slew the tree slugs and vultures? Yep. How dare she entrust the security of our people to the hands of a stranger? I knew Mikoto were reckless, but she's downright irresponsible. Shame on her. Did I not warn you that it was folly to suffer that woman's presence in our guild, Lucian? Every time she wastes an arrow in game, she drags our noble art back into the darkness. Aye, and this girl too, she's an embarrassment to us all. That is quite enough, Silver. Your skill with the bow is undeniable, as is your love for our nation, yet there is much more yet you have to learn about archery. Deft has matured greatly in the short time she has been with us. You know this to be true. I suggest you come to terms with Deft's presence here. You will be giving her her next lesson, after all. Unless, of course, you have any objections? Good. As for you, I would have you devote yourself wholly to training ahead of your lesson with Silver. Suffice it to say, he will not be an easy instructor to impress. On that we can agree. Before you take your leave, there is something I would tell you. You are as dedicated a student as has ever set foot in these halls. In recognition of your fervor for learning, I hereby grant you permission to join the other guilds. Naturally, you will need to obtain the express permission of the relevant guildmaster, but I doubt that any will refuse one such as you. In Gridania, you'll find guilds representing lancers, conjurers, leatherworkers, carpenters, and botanists. You're free to seek membership in any that piques your interest. Ask that you keep but one thing in mind. Although there is a merit in exploring new avenues, there is also virtue in pursuing a single discipline with all one's heart. The decision is ultimately yours to make. Whichever path you take, be it that of the bow or no, I shall follow your progress with interest, for in you I see the makings of greatness. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. I agree. Only +1? Come on. So we have armor +2, +1. This is +5. I'll take the boots. Armory unlocked, so gear sets, confirm. Gear sets, okay, gear sets now available. You see, it's basically, we're still in the tutorial. We're going slowly through this game. It's opening up a little. So let's see, gear sets allow you to save several different combinations of equipment and swap them at your leisure. A button for the gear set interface is located in the upper portion of the character window. This can be a very convenient feature for players who regularly switch back and forth between various classes, as well as for players who wish to have ready multiple sets of gear for the different types of duties they undertake, such as PvP or instance raised. Select the plus button to register your currently equipped gear as new set. Interesting. Now, we cannot take another quest from her, I guess. Let's see. We have to be level 15 before we can take it on. Where is the plus? Oh, gear set list. Okay. Okay, that's how it is. So, first. Okay, that has opened up now. Silver will be the next one to instruct us, but he will not talk to us until we're at least level 15. So let's head back to Bentbranch Meadows. Okay, so it looks like the game is very deep and has a lot of features, so they open it up to you a little bit at a time. Otherwise, new players may just get overwhelmed. Maybe I'll come to appreciate that later. But so far it seems like it may definitely have a lot more depth to it than Elder Scrolls Online. Not saying it's more fun, I'm just saying its systems, it has way more systems and mechanics. There's way more depth to understanding the game. Elder Scrolls Online wasn't that hard for me to understand. It's basically, if you've played Skyrim or any other game, Elder Scrolls Online will be easy. Will be easy for you to pick up the systems and understand how everything works. So, we need to get to Bentbranch Meadows. Yeah, I thought, because I'm thinking this is Bentbranch Meadows right here, and I thought we had attuned ourselves to this aetheryte in here. Let's go get close. Let's see. Register free destination. It's registered as a favorite. Okay, there is somebody there. Margaria. So, first we need to speak with Keitha. You must be the venture Mion sent word about. I'm Keitha, head wrangler around these parts. I've heard many and more things about you, good things, lest you worry. When the elder Seedseer bade us welcome venturers, 'tis fair to say we had our doubts, till hard-working folk like yourself set about proving us wrong, that is. Consider me a convert. Any road, you've a mind to help out at the ranch, have you? Good, we could always do with a hand or two to keep the place running smoothly. As a matter of fact, I've a task right here that wants doing. Let me know when you're ready to get busy. Oh, and you come highly recommended, so don't go letting no one down, eh? +1. Okay, so Keither is the main story mission. Let's go to here. Yeah, I wish I could set it to automatically just equip the recommended gear. I need to look into this. Alright, so that's the first one complete. Now speak with Tierney at Bentbranch Meadows. Oh, these are the Guildleves, or Leves, or however you pronounce it. Okay, so there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quests right up there on the map in the top left. Let's see if we can take them all on. Keither, the head wrangler at Bentbranch Meadows, has some work for you on the ranch. Amateurs duck bills. Oh, this is actually better. Let's accept. We can't choose now. This will be the reward. Seeing as you're new around here, let's start you off with an easy job that'll help you get your bearings, eh? It just so happens it's feeding time for the chocobos. Grab yourself a few bunches of broadleaf gysol greens from the pile beside the field there and stick them in the feeding troughs. Bentbranch is a big place, mind, so don't go missing any. Off you trot, then. The way she speaks is difficult. So we have to do feeding time. I'm trying to locate it on the map. Wait a minute, where is this supposed to be? Okay. Oh, there it is, up there in that corner. Okay, 1 out of 3. Where can I find these greens there? Oh, maybe we gathered enough to fill all 3 at once. Okay, where's the third feeding trough that we need to fill up? Okay, looks like it's down here somewhere. Let's report back to her so she can send us trotting some more. Thank you for doing out the green staff. I trust you got a rough idea how the place is laid out while you were at it. Good. Here at Bentbranch, we nurture our chocobos from the egg to the young adulthood. You might say we have them for the duration of their formative years. 'Tis back-breaking work keeping the birds free of illness and injury, and I'm sure my fellow workers will appreciate any help you can give them. It doesn't give me much. Okay, +4. I'll take these. Okay, let's see. Keith, the head wrangler at Bentbranch Meadows, appears most distraught. See if there's anything you can do. 7 hell. Some bastard Kirkern has gone and broken one of me chocobo eggs. The filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when a guard startled it, prompting the darn thing to drop the egg while it was clutching and run. Some of the lads gave chase, bless them, but when 3 more of the vermin appeared, Milord had no choice but to turn back. Something has to be done about those Kirkern. Would you mind heading over to Matron's Lathe and having a word with a soldier named Rosalind for me? The ratman nest in her neck of woods. See, she'll know what to do. Okay. I saw a Rosalind already. But first, let's check this one out. Gyr has information that may interest wealthy adventurers. Well, I'm not really wealthy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination as adventurers I want to do. Hence my presumption. If so, I have information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer or wanderer minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elementals tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Twelveswood, it's rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But there is truth to these rumors. Well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage, perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or 2? You know, should your travels take you to the Mirror Planks, where the ferry to the Lavender Beds is, perhaps you'll find a twin ad, a representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if you weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. Okay, we've taken that on. Here is Tierney, the Levmet we were supposed to talk to. Greetings, my name is Tierney, and I'm in charge of assigning local leave quests here at Bentbranch Meadows. Gontran convinced you to seek me out, did he? Then I shall assume you have a basic understanding of what accepting a Guildleves might entail. But first things first, I must be certain that your skills are a match for your enthusiasm. The Adventurers Guild would not approve of me sending a fledgling hero to her death, or dishonor for want of the requisite capabilities. Take a moment to peruse the task outlined in this guild lev. Do you believe yourself up to the challenge? Let's see. Too close to home. A pack of gnolls has been spotted near Bentbranch Meadows, far from their usual hunting grounds of Naked Rock. The local chocobo keeps are worried that it's only a matter of time before the hungry scale can stray too close to the stables and endanger their birds. To prevent the worst, the Wood Whalers are seeking volunteers to find and cull the creatures. Let's see. Lev quest objectives are deemed complete when all targets have been slain. Be aware that some targets may attempt to flee the battle and join with reinforcements, making it imperative that you deal with them before the opportunity to do so. Time limit, 20 minutes / location. Yeah, we'll take this on. I'm glad to hear it. Pray be aware, however, that gnolls are wont to flee to their broodmates when they sense they are overmatched. You would be wise to prevent such a reunion, lest the battle be drawn out past your limits of endurance. Open your journal under duty in the main menu and begin selected left quest by pressing the initiate button. When an gnoll feels overmatched, it will flee the battle. If it reaches a certain distance, then another gnoll will appear. The leave quest objective can be more easily achieved by slaying the fleeing creature before it is joined by more of its kind. Let's see, initiating. Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah, we've seen that. We'll take that on a little bit later. We're more than half an hour in, so let's take a break. We'll be right back with more Final Fantasy XIV.